Hello, welcome back. Last time I tried really hard to get a puzzle done and just could not do it. I'm gonna go back in there briefly, but I don't really want to spend all day on this again. You know, spend several days equivalent of on this. Whatever. Something funny about this... go away, fish. In the way. Something funny about this puzzle is that other than the inherent unpleasantness of bashing my head against a puzzle for several hours, I don't actually find this all that... unpleasant to play. It's just... it's fine. Like, it's surprisingly gentle, the feeling of working away at this. Like, I have no ill will toward this puzzle at all. It just takes a while, that's all. So right, I was unconvinced of whether I was on the right track with what I was doing last time. I did spend some time on my own, chipping away at this to see if I could learn anything more, and little bits of progress here and there have more or less convinced me I'm kind of on the right track. So let me do something here. So I make that connection. I've gotten, well, I'll show you how far I've gotten. I've gotten farther. I don't have a solve, but I have something that's starting to look like one. So anyway, right, so I use up this plus in order to add a nub to this here. It's like basically either here, or it gets in the way of this ascending to go over top of that. I'm still 100% convinced of my end state of too tall pillar with gravity, sliding over here, binding to that, becoming a bracket that slides through here. Like, nothing I've done has changed my conclusion that that's what I want. So having poked this with this stick, that is now permanently at least this far north. It will never get south of that point again. So my hook pulls this out. And here's a newish move. If I stick this up here, that does something interesting and temporary. You are stashed out of the way of this ascending, and again I can stash this out of the way of you and get you two around each other. That allows me to, without this being up here and in the way of doing things with this, I can poke this up here and dissolve that first. Does that mean anything? I think it actually doesn't, because I could do that just as well if I had put this up here first, but I can do it in this order in case that's relevant. So again, stash this away over here. Oh. Okay, well, I actually want it there anyway, so this has to go all the way over here for this to be possible. Alright, so I might be causing myself a problem there. Because at this point I can't get this back out without involving this stick, and involving that stick... oh, actually I can't do that either. However, there is a benefit to having this right here. Check it out. Something's wrong. Okay, no, I stashed that in the wrong place. I did something too early. I've spent a lot of time with this puzzle, but I still don't have all of my everything. All of my, you know... all my partial solutions memorized exactly. Okay, so I really wanted to get this up and over that so I could just drop it through those. I would be done with the puzzle if I could do that. However, I'm gonna do the lesser version of that because I know how to do it. By propping this here, you can pull out and, oops, be brought all the way in here. So now you are propped on this. This one is free to move. You're free to come out of there. You're not involved right now. Alright, so here's the thing I can do. How far over do I have to go for this? One farther than that, meaning I can't get in here to pull this anymore. But if I do that, and make a certain move here, this elevates everything, binds itself there, propping it up, elevates this, and gets it over the lip. So that is real progress toward the goal that I wanted to do. Now, I got to this point and stared for a long time without being able to figure out like how I could make any further progress, because right now, Okay, yeah, so I want to make one push here and prop this on here. Because right now, if I do this, I can't get around to boost this up myself. However, there's another way. Right, and the other way involves this going down? Yeah, okay, so I pull it out of there, therefore not locking the downward direction. I pull this down. And what? How does that help me? Right, yeah, so I'm about at the end of my currently known line of reasoning. Although, did I want to do that? I don't think I wanted to do it that way. So here's how this works. This is still all propped up. I push it here. I leave it exactly there? No. Here? No. I had a way of doing this. This is reminding me a lot of the way some rooms in Rival Startup ended up. If you watched that commentary of mine... Oh, right, I can prop this up with the other tool. One criticism I got of that holds was that in many rooms it's both hard to see what to do and hard to do it once you do. I'm experiencing that very much in this room in this game right now. So I can push this left, then let that fall, thereby getting through here. So yeah, I don't know if I'm seeing what to do yet, and it's hard to do every single step of it. But check it out. With this... well... If I put this in an irretrievable spot, I don't like that, but it does allow me to manufacture my little too-tall pillar. The problem is I don't know where to go from here. I'm kind of out of tools at this point. That guy's there, but I don't have access to it. I can't use this to push anything with or without getting it stuck. Like, that doesn't reach. It doesn't go through here. I can't prop anything on it at this point. I can't really bring it down here and do anything with it, I think. Is that true? Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, I could get it stuck in there and still accomplish nothing. Yep. Right. So yeah, that's my state of the art. No. Okay, looking for any modification I can make to make something different happen. So I can do... No, I can't push that up further. So yeah, I don't have access to this anymore. It kind of feels like the move that lost me the puzzle along this way was... Well, there are a couple of candidates for what I think that move was. The move that loses me access to pulling this back out is this one. I still need it up here to use this up, however, I need this upward protrusion to boost this over the lip here. So another thing may be worth noting, probably not, but maybe, just in case it's relevant, I can do something very similar if I'm willing to lose this plus, which I'm not, because that loses me the puzzle, but I have boosted this up and over that thing now. You know, it's in the place I wanted it, and this state of the puzzle does still allow me to detonate this thing which must be detonated, and I can show actually what I was talking about with getting this back. It would look like that. And yeah, like, this is real cool. This is kinda close to what I want. This is extremely close to what I want. But it's not quite. I think there's even some way I can still prop this up on something? Like, I think I can get pretty far along this path. It's just... Right, yeah, so if I still had... If I didn't detonate that just yet... Like, you know, just in case this leads to a useful way of thinking about things later. Let's go through the motions. So yeah, I poked you back out. I still have this. I can still do this detonation. I can still retrieve you. Okay, no, at this point this is still relevant because that falls all the way down there, which I don't want. So I still need you to be a platform at least here. Not really specifically there, but, you know, around there. Yeah, and this gets me as far as having this on my head, in the right spot, boosting it in the right way, in the right shape, except this plus is gone. So like this and the other thing I just showed are the two closest states I've gotten to that solution. I think I can say with absolute certainty that this move loses me the puzzle because it consumes the plus that I need. And it doesn't really do anything interesting with this one. The interesting work there is done by this being one lower, and also this being one lower. So what exactly is wrong with that being one lower? And is there a way I can make it right? What's wrong is that I lose access to this important piece, and I don't know how to get it back, right? Because, like, as soon as I make that move, I can't get that back anymore. And I have to make that move. I can't do it from here, because this just is not long enough. It's one short. They miss each other. I keep looking for some way to involve this shape in boosting stuff more, and I just never see one. Maybe there is one that I'm just still not seeing. It just doesn't get me enough extra height. Like, if this could be... If I could get the full 3 height off of this, it still wouldn't be enough to boost. Yeah, it would. It would. If this were still up here, so the bottom of it is there, and this could just, like, compact to 3... Or, you know, if I could have this on here and this against here simultaneously, and have this reach. Oh, right. For doing that here, let's actually kind of do this. Now I can pull this up and over, but that's not beneficial. Probably. Or is it? Hold up. Hold up. It might be... Oh, you intrigue me. Uh-oh, I think I have a solve. Okay, let's demolish this, because I need to. Put this in here. Okay, how was that going to help? That was going to help because that allows me to... oh, okay, yeah, so, no. What is the use of this? I don't think there is any, because I can't... I don't have a too tall surface for pushing both of these over. If I did, something good could happen, but I don't. Any other elevation isn't really meaningful. Okay, yeah, that wasn't a solve. Unless... it still could be somehow. Okay, so by pulling this up and over, what circumstance do I need after having done this move to be able to slide this left and have it still support it? I need like something here and something here that are both supported that I could slide over. Or something else. Now, I haven't used this plus yet, and I find that suspicious. So the reason that... yeah, I feel like I need to involve this puzzle, this part of this puzzle at this point. without losing access to this. Like, that move loses me access to that. Does it? Probably. Just, like, the list of problems I have to solve for this puzzle alone is enormous. Another possible concept. Could I get this, like, over here, drop down there, and then push this way to retrieve that? Well, if I could boost it from here... Wait a second, can I do this in 2 phases? No, you're too wide to fit in there. If you had never bound to that, maybe, but that's unavoidable. So no, I can't do it in 2 phases. I can't get around the other way. If I poke this out of here right now... Well, I'd want to have moved that left one more first. And I can't do that. So no, I have to do it first, while this is still propped up. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm close enough that I'm not going to go do another puzzle now, and just hope that I am actually close here. So I prop this using... I didn't have to... Hold on. I didn't have to poke that out. I can leave it there. No, I did, because I have to be able to remove the support of this block from being on the right side. So I remove that. Prop this. I mean, these are actions I've already done today. This lets that go down while I still have access to pushing it left. I push it left again. See, if I push it too far left, it binds there. That's too early for that. What if this were gone? It'd be great. It's like right at this point I need to somehow pull this out, detonate that, put it back in. And then what? Actually, I don't... Okay, so hang on. This exercise is meaningful. From here... Okay, I can't actually get this under this myself to pull it up. I have to do it using this lever. And this needs to... Yeah, this needs to go in farther. So that, like, really gets you stuck. From here I have nothing. Yeah, this is as far as that line of reasoning goes. It seems kind of close. This doesn't... Right, so I haven't... You are firmly stuck in the prohibition zone. If I could prop this up here again... then this tool, I think, would actually be enough to slide this back out on its own. I could do some back and forth with this while this is propped... Okay, so that would be... I can just look at it. Let's say this were pushed one to the left. No. You are... That does not work. And yeah, since I'm against a smooth surface on my head here, I can't do any action other than up-down from here. And when it comes to rest, the only thing within my reach is this. I can push it right and lose access to everything. I can push it up and nothing happens. And I'm pushing that off from here, not from here. Now, is it any better if it's here? Yes, because the process of getting it up here doesn't get this stuck in this spot. Yeah, so my main problem is this pin is stuck in its prison here. So let's look at that whole problem again. I used a plus to boost this up here, set it on a surface, and move it left. I also used A+ to boost it up to get it over the next obstacle. So both of the left lips that it gets over involved binding new blocks. And I don't think that's particularly accidental. It definitely feels as though there isn't an arrangement from here that I can use to get this up and over either this or this without involving one of these pluses. I think that is required. The closest thing to work that I can do is with this shape, I can pull it up and slide it to the right. There is nothing in this area to prop it on. Since it's one tall up here, propping it on this is meaningless, as far as I can tell. Is there some way I can make that meaningful? So rearrange those two. Stick this in here somewhere, somehow. That's not anything. Yeah, that's not anything. No. Nope, that's not useful. It feels like I have all the pieces but one, but I've had that feeling before, then I found several more pieces. So I still don't know if I'm 1 step away or 20 steps away, and maybe a large number in the wrong direction. And I don't have the width on this unless I also use this plus. Okay, that's actually useful to know. The difference between this surface and this surface is 3 blocks, so I can't use that thing for what I want to use. What I want to do. I'm fairly convinced that that lifting action, the lifting action where this block boosts this one while binding there and parking itself, is involved. I just don't know how yet. Alright, well, time to poke at it for a bit. So I'm noticing that there may be some remote possibility of squeezing this block through this space, and maybe even back. Let's work with that idea for a bit. That would involve some stuff I don't think I can do. Alright, so let's pretend this isn't a problem. Just so that I can know, like, what my status is. So with this here, this lets me get that up, and I can push it over. I guess I would bring this back down, which, how would I do that? I wouldn't. I can't. So no, it can't go. What if this were a smooth surface? What if I had already detonated the thing? Did I need that tooth on it? I don't know. You're kind of in the way, though. For this exercise, I'm okay with just ditching you entirely. Just, shoo. Go away. I'll play with you later. While I'm, like, 70% sure this is not part of what's going to become a victory, I still think it's interesting enough to at least try for a bit. Because again, it's a thing I can do. And as far as the rest of the puzzle goes, it's not invalid to have this one longer. There's nothing I know that would make that problematic. No, I still can't push this down. This doesn't go down. That's the problem. It would have to... Wait, no it doesn't. I can... yes, I can sneak out into the Prohibition Zone. Yeah, okay. I did it. I got the thing. It's here. Kinda. Yeah? Yeah, I have it here. It's here. Prohibition still exists, sure. Or sorry, not Prohibition. Negation. Prohibition also still exists, and I wish it didn't, kinda. It doesn't look like I benefit from having this here. I probably do not. To get it back is a lot easier. No, it's impossible. Those things are rather different. Yeah, okay, it can't go any further right than that. And, I mean, I could detonate this, but then it doesn't fill this hole properly. Okay, so I think that's a dead end, but I went down it just to see what was there. Alright, let's try another line of investigation. What if I keep this tooth on here for a bit longer? I don't feel like I benefited from exploding that there, because nothing I do with this, other than parking it here, gets in the way of that. So with that extra little tooth on there, are there any other moves that I can do? Because yeah, I guess like bringing this down here does mean I can't slide that in and take the full height of that and touch this. So that means you'd have to stay up there until this is gone, which means if this is going to be involved in boosting something... Maybe it can. It means it has to boost this up here instead of up here, which might be better. I think I'd prefer it. There was a moment when I thought I saw some possible benefit I could get from this, but that moment is not now. Like, what do I think I want to boost way on the left side of this? Okay, so let me make sure I know what I'm talking about with the rest of this. So if I use this tool this way in order to get my gravity block over this spot. That then forbids you from sneaking in here and detonating this. And I don't think it benefits me, but maybe it does somehow, in some way that I can't see yet. Actually, maybe. Maybe I can just detonate that very, very late, because I have to pull this pin back out anyway. Ooh, that gives me a lever that I can touch. Oh, this might be very good. This might be a solve. I don't know yet, but it's different and doesn't seem to have lost me any verbs. Check it out. I pulled the pin back out. So if I can stash this down somewhere low, which I totally can... Hold on, I don't want to pull that out that way yet. I want to... Yeah, okay, so I want to push you in one. Prop this up. Actually, I want to prop it there. Push this over. Move you onto here. Move you onto here. That's not quite what I want. Okay, so you stay there for a moment. I want to detonate this now, and I can't. Okay, no, I think it's already too late for that, isn't it? This is new and different and interesting. If this goes left, this can stash farther left. That's okay. If I hadn't pulled that pin out yet. Okay, so let's leave this pin where it is. Move this right. It can go that far, that's fine. Is it? No, it's not. No, that's fine. I'll just push you like this. And then like this. Okay, now hang on. So before, sure, yes, I can pull this out and that's fantastic, but what does it do with you? With you, I lose. Okay, so that doesn't work in that way. Can I... If I do this, you're in a bad place, right? Probably, but let's take this to its logical conclusion. Yeah, I can't boost you up anymore. Right, so I want to use this to do that. And now your job is done and it's totally okay to imprison you down here. But I now have this problem here. Okay. I'm in a new state with a new set of problems. I can't get under this to boost it and move it over without it touching that. I can't have had it parked there while I do things. Can I... Is there somewhere else I can put it? Can I prop you up for a moment somewhere? Like on this, maybe? I can't do my detonation now because this is still here. How did this benefit? This benefited me in being able to pull this pin back out. Okay, so when did I do that? Right there. Yeah, that was the time. Oh. So now from this state, I need to somehow get this around this without losing access to anything. Good luck! Wait, was that useful work? No. No, it's not. How far in here can I push this while keeping it retrievable? Not very. That far. So not at all. -1 distance. 0, 1, but it's unretrievable here. Is it? Am I sure of that? Well, even if it wasn't, I still don't have the room to slide this in. Okay. So new problems. What can I do? Probably nothing. I think I just don't have a route from here. But it is interesting that this tooth came in handy for pushing that back out again. But just, it didn't though. Like this hasn't saved me. So how would I... What do I want right now? Is this a good state? No. No, because now you'll just hit that ceiling and there's nothing I can do about it. If you could be one more left, maybe you could. Maybe you could. Maybe you could. Maybe you could. So if this is propped up... Hold on, one more left. Don't I want one more, right? No. No, this is... What? How is this going to do anything? It's not. Right? Just like chill there, just float. I need to get this out, do 2 operations with it, and reinsert it under you. So you need a ground support of some sort, and this can't be it, can it? I don't think it can. It's too short. Is this the point at which I learn I really wanted this to touch this plus instead of... Yeah, that's impossible. It's way too far out of the way. Yeah, there's nothing I can do from that state. I can do these operations, but it doesn't matter, right? This is some trickery with, like, this area down here still. I mean, that's already gotten you stuck. There's nothing to prop you on. And I can't involve this because I need to do operations with it. So this has to go. So yeah, I do note that this thing is in the correct... Oh, idea! Could I slide this in, like, under that and prop the whole thing up with it somehow, maybe? How far in there can you go? Because you actually have no other role in the puzzle. I don't care what arrangement you get in there in. It looks very unlikely. No, there's really nowhere this can go. Am I sure about that? I'm not sure of anything. You out of the way. Here? I think that works. What? I think that works. Check it out. With a slightly different move here, I push this all the way over. This maintains its pokiness for the... Okay, yeah, so you have an additional job here. So after I trim this piece off of you, I leave this, because I need to pull it to the right still. After I... Do I? I might not. I think I don't, actually. Yeah, okay, so here's how this works. I trim this off. I get this past you, which I currently need to do pretty much in exactly this spot, which I can do. Poke this over. That one becomes the one on top. I can put it all... Okay, so you go up. No, this is insufficient. I got something going here. This is something. It's not the right something, but it's something. What's going to be the right something? I'm so close to something, but I don't know if that's really true. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so let's leave this on there so I can retrieve it from here and see if that's somehow useful. So this lets me poke in and pull back out, but it's not really right for this. Like, you can't do much. You can do that, which is not helpful, probably. I don't think it is. I might be wrong, though. Could it be somehow? Poking that further out... No, it does nothing. And that's as far as I can go while still retrieving this. This feels real close to something, though. Like, I'm on the road to something, am I not? It's just like the exact setup of all of this. Like, from here, I feel like the puzzle is maybe, somehow, solvable. There is some plausibility to it being solvable from here. Like, yeah, all I need is a stash spot for you, where I get you off of where you are, and can get you back to this. While I remove this tooth that came in very handy for re-extracting you. Maybe there's another way for doing that. Any rightward push would reintroduce the old problem of you not being able to get over there. A leftward push recreates that problem with the right side of this. The only way to not make that happen is to have that already this far over. Which loses access to boosting with this, but I can regain that. However, that's insufficient because this needs to be stacked on top of one of you, which cannot currently be done with you pressing down on it this whole time. So I'd have to, like, get access to the bottom of that and prop it back up here after having removed that there. Okay, so where do I stash you? Not there, because that's irretrievable. I can't access it because these walls, I can't do anything from any other direction. As far as I can tell. Now, there is the possible action of removing this tooth before this one. Is that useful for something? Doubtful. Okay, so I'm at another impasse. Got it. Alright, I think I've furthered my thinking a little bit. So back in this state, if I push you over and prop you up right here, I think right now the puzzle is definitely unsolvable. So here's how I know that. I can pull you out. I can do this. I can detonate this. And, like, those are important victory conditions. I can get this past the other one with a bunch of effort. And I had the idea, so, like, I still need to stack this on top of two of these. There's an action that needs to happen after that. Yeah, so I can insert that there. Sure, that's cool. This gets me to a state where I can push this right by one, thereby dodging the plus. It looks like progress, but it's not. Because the problem is for you, the final state of this requires this to be propped here. Unless I can put it back up there after pushing it off, which I think is probably impossible. Then I'm at a failure state now. And also, I just don't have anything that can interact with the puzzle anymore. This tool can't really touch anything. This one's out of the way. So yeah, I can't move you out of here. Well, I mean, I kind of can. So one thing I can do is, if I move it out, I can poke it back in with you, and if you still have your right hook, I can get you back. But to be able to poke you back in, I have to not have the pressure of gravity on your top. So where do you go? You're just so in my way always. So it's either that I can get this back out without involving this extra tooth, which I don't think is likely, or that I can stash this somewhere, do the tooth extraction, put it back here, and then after I've smoothed you out, rebuild this state, and push you down. Push that over, boost it up, drop it down. Wait. That doesn't sound right. Hold on, so... Okay, so when I had this pillar on my head here in this column, I had used up this plus. But also, how did I do that? Just gotta look at this from every possible angle. So I used... right, I used this prop. Closest I've been on this route was by sacrificing this shape. Hold on. Can I right now? No. I need this upward protrusion in order for this to work. So I cannot right now detonate it against that. That's not an option. And now that I've done this, getting it out is not an option because I don't have the extra tooth to push against here. And again, if I could just be on this side, like teleport from here to here, puzzle would be done. I can't like put this on my head somehow and move it left. Yeah, that's the whole problem. So if I could teleport here, I'd boost up, that'd go pow, I'd push the pillar left, I'd push the pillar right by one, gaining me access to this. I pull the pin out, detonate that, prop this in here, push the pillar left, push this right, get it on my head, bind it, and it's done. So the problem is I'm not on this side of this. I'm on this side now, but the problem is this is one too far over this way. If I keep pushing this here, it eventually touches that. If this were a bit narrower, it'd have to be a lot narrower. It could only be 3 wide. So it dropped down, I'd push it right, it would extract that. Even if I could have used this plus on you, instead of you here, that still wouldn't do it because you'd still touch that. Okay. And yeah, I have no tools for extracting this without the extra tooth there, so I'm pretty convinced that extra tooth is involved. Doing it the other way around, like binding this plus to put a block here instead of here, I'm fairly convinced is not the way to go. It removes too much up here so that you would be the wrong shape going through. Yes, that does not work. I already know you must be too tall and bind to that. Like, it does not work to have you be an upper right bracket shape already. You have to become that there. Okay, so let's work with the tooth some more, I guess. Oh, look at this. You remember this little bit of terrain that I noticed was suspiciously open? This is the same distance over there as that was when the tooth was already extracted, and I can use this to push that back out. Oh, is that the key to everything? Can I be in that state with the tooth gone? I think I can. I think that's no problem at all, right? I'm gonna have some words about this puzzle once I'm done. I'm not ready to say them yet, because I'm not done yet. Okay. Feeling like dizzy right now. So how was that? The whole purpose of this, putting that far over, was to boost you up and you can get onto stable ground. Oh, but I can't poke you over because you're already... You're already in there. I would have to have this extracted already to push that over, wouldn't I? I would. I can't pull it from here. Can only push. I can push and go down, and nothing happens. I can go down, and nothing happens. I just can't get a poke to move this that way. Well, it seemed like a good idea. Alright, once again I have nothing. I think I've hit my limit, so I'm one short of a lot of things potentially working. It's just I'm one short. I can't make them happen. Like, if this block were one longer, then I could have that stay on it. Oh, that wouldn't actually be sufficient on its own. Okay, so no, that's not... Having this up on there wouldn't actually directly help me. Okay, so now... So I'm realizing something. Pulling this out from under this is probably just necessarily a mistake. Since I can see a little closer, like my seeing backward from the end state and seeing forward from the start state are getting very close to each other. Where do they mate exactly? Too tall pillar pushes into this. This platform is propped here. Something is up a little higher. And that thing is on it. So talking about suspicious spaces in the puzzle, the fact that this is open enough for this to have come up and over is suspicious to me. What problems would it solve if I had this up and over here? Well, I don't know, because I don't know what the rest of the state of the puzzle would look like for that to have happened. As far as every evaluation I have made here goes, that's impossible without consuming this plus. Because you have to use that to prop this up there to have enough elevation to get anything up that high. There's technically enough extra height in this, but this can't get in between, like, here and here. It's constrained to the right side of this puzzle pretty much. There's some vague notion of, like, putting it in here and boosting it all the way up, but, like, with what? These walls definitely forbid that. With this? No, hang on, I've done this. I did this today and it was useless. Or the thing I did today was I boosted it through here. But yeah, having it over there was useless. Is it? When was the last time you were used? As a prop for this to go there, but that wouldn't be necessary if this were just resting up there. This is annoying because I'm going to have to redo all of this. Yeah, so at this point in the puzzle, you have had exactly one use, which is to prop that up for the initial push down there. Alright, let's try something silly. I know I said I was at my limit, this keeps happening. Just to see if this leads anywhere at all. I really doubt it will, but just in case it somehow does. Okay, so that's already uncomfortable. But I can still work with it, actually. So if this goes up... can I? No, I can't. With gravity, maybe I can, but then that falls over... This doesn't feel right, obviously. Oh, and that's blocked up. Is there a time you can fit in there without getting in the way? closest to not getting in the way is there? But no, that's the same spot I had you before. Oh, but hang on. But if I use this up, then I can push up here, push over here, and you're just as in the way as ever, but can I push you up further? I can. Okay. So this hasn't gone impossible yet. I'm expecting it to, but it hasn't yet. So like from here, this needs to go this... Oh, yeah, okay. So that's too far away. I don't have enough width to do that. I can't gain the width there and then get back down. I can poke you a little farther out that way, though, can't I? Alright, well this is new and interesting. So you just calmly sit there for a minute while I pull a tooth. And then go back. So now I have a poker. I poke you over. Alright, I can poke you that far over. Okay. Oh. 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 Don't poke that far over. Poke one less. Is this the extension I needed? No, it's not. No, this still is invalid, right? I think so. Yeah, those don't line up. No. Okay, well, at least I proved that false, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just not there. There isn't some other magical location it could have been to go up higher. Because, like, yeah, this is 3 tall, but that 3 tall moves left by 2. And I can't move left by... In fact, I have to move right by 1 in order to boost over this lip instead of this one, because this block is 1 to the right of this one. And I have exactly enough space with these 2 alone to get it over here. So yeah, that still feels much more likely. But hey, I made a last-ditch effort at something. Yeah, I can't get this up high enough to manipulate it from... Can I? Yeah, hang on. This isn't 100% over yet. I can still gain more control over you. Maybe. Yes, I can. And that's as far as it goes, right? I believe so. Putting in there is no good. Is it? I don't think so. What's... No, that's nothing. Never mind. Yeah, I'm seeing no possibilities that this opens up. Because, like, I want a boost here. Yeah, like, that's how to get enough height. And that leaves me 3 short of being able to do this. 3 short. Can't do it. Not happening. Okay, I tried it. And I'm satisfied with having tried that. That is not the path to the solution. So yeah, it feels like I'm close, and I do keep finding little bits of this puzzle I can still chip off and get closer. So I'm making progress, in theory. Why am I rewinding through all this? I don't know. Because I pressed the button, and then I didn't decide to stop pressing the button. Yeah, this puzzle is 5 puzzles. I've solved 4 of the 5 puzzles, I think. That's how I'm going to gauge my progress here. The problem is that none of them confirm my progress. So again, I could be 19 steps down the wrong path. Gotta go 19 steps back and 20 steps in a different direction to actually get somewhere. Yeah, like one thing I liked about this game until... right up until this puzzle, was the constrained possibility space of each individual puzzle box. It's just this one is so many puzzles put together that I don't get confirmation that literally anything is right until I have a full solve. And when will that happen? Who knows? Maybe never. Not everyone will be able to solve all the puzzles in this game, it tells me. So maybe this is just one that I can't solve. But I'm going to keep trying it until I stop making progress. And that's the plan. I'll see you next time unless I see something magical in video editing.